Alright, I'm across the creek now. I'm gonna come over here and look. It's Tuesday. I have no idea what that is, besides gross. Bailey's in that little shack. That's an old chicken coop. I'm going to probably tear that one down. Another mention is I cut all the weeds over here. I've been cutting weeds down to get my field of view a little bit better. I've never noticed that Pepsi bottle there before with a stick on top of it. That's interesting. It's definitely an old bottle. Apparently it's been laying there before. Maybe I just haven't noticed it. I'm going to take it down with me. Throw it away. Alright, cats, get to boogering. Hunt them boogers up. Haven't been up here in a while to the barter stump. Wildcats. That over there looks the same. I might walk through it here in a minute. It's the human observation post. I put, for all the new people, I put this up here because I had a lot of activity from this area. That shell there was actually on the ground over here, and it came from up here at the barter stump. And I used to do experiments. I kind of watch what I put out now. I definitely don't do food anymore. I got bad advice from some people out there that do put out food. That's them, whatever. And then I decided to start doing colors. But I haven't messed with any of this in a while. And the stuff that does get messed with, like this guy's head, could be anything. I'll reset him again. There's actually a rock missing from there. I had him a nose too. I'll reset him, but a squirrel or anything can knock that over. But I have come up here before, and these shells, which I have alternate, have been moved, and one was flipped over with it underneath of it. This ended up in my yard. You can see where a squirrel or a chipmunk or something's been chewing on it. They get the minerals out of those. There's some more of that slimy stuff. I mean, it looks like someone had a mud butt. Ooh, some more. I don't know what that is. That limb is new. Came out of a beech tree, and there's beech trees here, so who knows. Right up here is the area. Sometimes I work in the garden. First, let me tell you about that one. Back here, I've heard huff, stick break, two of the best knocks I've ever heard. This was before I started recording and even had my smartphone and all that. But over my trips up here, there's been a lot of interesting things that has happened. I wanted to come up here and look again. They throw rocks on my tin roof down there. I found rocks. I actually come up here and mashed up holes. You can see these rocks laying around up here. And what they'll do is take a rock like that and roll it down the hill while I'm in the garden working. I found several different sized tracks up here. This moss is a good thing that holds tracks. Look here. I guess that has been there. But there's an old track. I want to come up here and look. Still haven't, no sign of the pups. This they built, I guess, to spy me down there while I'm in the garden. It's pretty neat whenever they first done it. We'll roll rocks from this area. The other day while I was working on my tractor, and I got a little bit of recording, but it was, a lot of it was acorns falling, but there was another rock. Whenever I was cutting the bottom, I had the tractor parked out here, and while I was checking oil and everything in it, a rock rolled down the hill, and then little acorns was falling probably, because that's what they're doing right now. This keeps getting stacked onto. There hasn't been anything through here in a while, I know, because of this spider web. A lot of stuff has happened from right up here, right above my house. I'm their entertainment. That's why they sit up here and they'll roll rocks or make a noise to get a reaction out of me. They used to get pretty good reactions, so I started kind of ignoring them. Like, I would hear it, but I wouldn't really react to it. And I've been doing that a lot lately. And they up the game, so to say. Like, peck on the window and slap the house, and they're just having a good old time messing with me, is basically what they're doing. They throwed rocks around me, and I think they use rocks to hunt with sometimes, and I think they have excellent aim when throwing rocks. So if they wanted to hit me, they could. And you get something with that kind of power and a projectile as big as some of the rocks that gets thrown, it could kill me. It could really hurt me, or it could kill me. But I don't think that's what they're about. Now, I'm not saying that all of them's nice, and I'm definitely not saying that they're something you want to cuddle up to, because they can be dangerous. I'm just not sure why they would have took the pups, because there's plenty. I mean, right now all the nuts are falling, which is a great food source for critters. There's still plenty of game. I just don't know. It really, I don't know. Somebody said maybe it's because the pups, which the pups did bark. Maybe they was that's one thing I think they don't like, is a barking dog. Somebody that's got a loud barking dog that alerts people to their presence. I don't think the dogs last very long. But who knows, because then, I mean, why would they even smack your house and stuff if they didn't want their presence known? Check out that mushroom. It looks like a trumpet or something. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wanted to walk walk up here before work. I wanted to yesterday, but I'm getting my everything ready for the company that's coming up. Do some camping. They built this structure one night while I was sitting out on the porch, and I could hear a tree fall. A couple trees fell up there. Then that tree was falling. This tree here fell. It was dead calm that night, and I was just sitting out there on the porch, and I listened to them do it. I came up here the next day and saw what all they had done. And as times went on, they've put these other sticks on here. And you can get back in there and look, and some of those sticks are weaved, and they're hand placed in there. No other explanation for it. And I was sitting right there on that porch whenever it happened. That little structure down there, I know it's hard to see because of the leaves. They'll be off before too long. But as I was coming out my driveway, I seen one standing right there. It didn't register at the time. Whenever I just happened to look up there, driving out to work. And I pulled up another probably 10, 15 yards and thought, what was that? There's something back there. And by the time I backed up and looked, it was gone. And it could just hit the ground, but whatever it was big. It wasn't a stump. It just, I don't know. Some more questions people's asked me, have I ever seen them? Yes, but very, very briefly. Bailey, you're nowhere near as fast as a booger. But they're just super fast. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. They are super fast. And like a bottle rocket taking off is what I tell people. But like I said, I seen that one down there. I seen one actually run across my porch whenever I think I was talking to Snow White Bigfoot at the time whenever it happened. I said, man, something just ran across the porch. And I know I wasn't imagining stuff because I walked out right after that. I thought it was a cow or something, to be honest with you, at first. I mean, I didn't know they had the nerve to do stuff like that. Right in front of me, my lights was on and everything. But I hang stuff out here on the porch because I work evenings, and after I wash stuff, I'll hang it out there. And I'll put it in the dryer later. But it ran across the porch, and I came out, and I had a shirt hanging on the line that was swaying, and there wasn't a stitch of wind out. And then the other sightings I had, I've got videos on those I documented. One more thing I want to point out is the one I got on film the other day. I was standing right here. Right in behind, I think, this dead limb coming up here. And you can see the swing sets back here are a good 10 foot from the edge of these limbs. And that sucker's head was up here. I'm 6 foot tall. That's about 6'6". That's where its head was. And you can see there's no figure. Nothing back here looks like that. I mean, I know I didn't line up the video as good. There's nothing there. I mean, it don't matter how I line up the video. There's nothing there that would look like that. I mean, you can see its legs down below this. Okay. That's all for today. I'm going to finish getting ready to go to work. I think I'm going to run up to my tree stand and see if that's where that crashing tree noise came from. Maybe they've done more up there. And that's the night that I noticed came back home and the pups were gone. So I'm going to run up there and check that out and see what's what.